What's that? We're off to a bumpy start, as usual. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Rap Yardigans? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Stream Elements bot? What's up, Restream.io bot? What's up, shitty microphone from Arby's drive through? What's up? Okay, we're gonna have Shunda K on the show today, a little bit later on. Right now, my hair looks bad as usual, but extra bad. At least I still have hair, right? It's here for hair. So yeah, Shunda K, this is gonna be fun. She is a dance fusion rapper, originally from Tampa. I was just in Orlando, so I thought that was kind of ironic. It wasn't planned that way. I mean, it's not the same city, but you know. Anyway, it's kind of a Florida month. It's kind of a Florida season right now. I don't know why. It's the way it goes. Interesting to note, for those who didn't know, I was just in Orlando, um, filming what I would call not even a mini documentary anymore. It's a freaking huge. It's so huge, in fact, that um that my phone storage is so full that I can't even like remove files from my phone. I have to do it myself manually. I can't even like take a file from my phone and put it like airdrop it, upload it with a cord, share it to a file sharing service. Can't do it. Too full. Cuz I don't know if y'all knew this, but when you share a file, you it actually takes memory and space to do the sharing. So you're not just like passing it from one to the other. No, it writes down. Your phone's a little computer, so as a computer does, it writes down everything that it's shared and it stores it. So, yep. Let me breathe for a second. That's better. Okay. Um, and I was on here yesterday doing music reviews, and I talked about this briefly, but I implored the audience, whatever, the Rap Yardigans, if anyone knew about issues with older dogs like peeing in the house, because mine is like on a rampage. It's ridiculous. I won't go into all the details, but like all the time on purpose. Like I know for a fact. So where I do this, that I do, um, he came back here the other day, and it's right by the door to go outside, and the door is always open most of the time. So he, did I just get lipstick on my chin? He like comes through, like he's gonna go outside, waits for me to leave. I come right back in, and I see he's like peeing on a bag of paint that I have, like acrylic paint that's inside here. It's not like right where I'm sitting, but it's like across from it. And I'm like, you were like 2 feet. So it's by choice before someone says, like, oh, check his prostate, blah, blah, blah. He is an older dog, but he knows what he's doing. So I looked it up, and apparently, as and I don't talk about my personal stuff on here a lot either, but I'm going through my second divorce, and apparently pets can be affected by that as well. Of course, I mean, of course they can. They have feelings too. So, um, one article I read said that peeing in the house by a dog is sometimes like they're displeased with the house, they're displeased with the way things have happened, and that they're upset, they're traumatized, they're mad. So we took him to the park today, and you know, got him some French fries, just a couple, just a couple. Don't come for me. He seems to be doing better though. He hasn't peed in the house since then. But yeah, the documentary. Back to that. It'll be coming out soon. As soon as I can figure all this crap out and finish editing everything. But I don't know when. Not anytime soon. Soon. Just in the future. At some point. This summer. This summer. And it was dope because I got to go. If you didn't see yesterday, I got to go to the Love and Loyalty event for the Low Life group, crew, posse, people, community, I should say. and just see how well run and organized that was, and listen to a bunch of dope artists perform live, and Master Ace and Young Humpty and like Humpdo, um, just everybody that was a part of it. You'll see, your mind will be blown. It was something else. Thurston Howell the third, of course, overseeing all that. So it was very cool. And I know you are so excited to see it because I'm so excited to put it out there. I did put out there today also an interview I did while I was there. There goes my senile dog barking at me. He wants to pee on something real bad. I guess I could play a snippet of that. Yeah. So DJ Lord Jazz was there just, as for the event, and of Lords of the Underground. And I actually had a chance to interview him real quick outside of proper Orlando, which is a club, I guess you could say, a bar / club. But yeah, I'll play a snippet of that because manage. I did manage to get that up today, outside of other things I was supposed to do, video wise. But let's take a look at that because he's a legend, and I was like, "What? You'll do an interview with me? Oh my god!" So this is it.
Side is my best side. This side.
Oh, they're both good.
All right, y'all. What's up, man? It's your man DJ Lord Jazz from the world famous 90s hip hop group Lords of the Underground. If you don't know, do your research. Just Google that name, Lords of the Underground, and a whole bunch of, can I curse on here?
Yeah.
A whole bunch of shit will come up. All right?
So do the knowledge, yeah.
I am from Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh.
Both of my MCs, Do It All and Mr. Funky, they're from Newark, New Jersey. I moved there, and then, that's when we got the deal and everything. But just to give y'all a little history about me and my group, we all met at Shaw University. That's in Raleigh, North Carolina. I was a communication major, radio, TV. I used to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning when I was in college, and I did a gospel show. I moved up to jazz. I did a jazz show. I love jazz. I love all musics. At my school, the base of the state radio station was jazz. It was jazz music. I love jazz, don't get me wrong, but I love all genres. And coming up in the 70s, I listened to funk and, electronic and all that kind of music. So I went to my program director and I asked him, I was like, listen, I don't have a problem with jazz, but I would like to be able to play what I like, which was hip hop. And all of my friends and colleagues around me, this is what we wanted to listen to. But that was unheard of.
Right. What I didn't tell Lord Jazz here is that I also majored in communications, and at my college I did a similar thing. I went to the program director and asked him if I could play hip hop, and they let me do it, but they had me do it at like midnight to 3 a.m. So just an interesting similarity. I threw that little tidbit in there because I just think it's weird. There was a lot of like parallels between, I guess, like our college careers and I guess some of the later experiences, but mostly that part where, he was talking about this stuff, being a communications major, working at the radio station, playing music he didn't necessarily want to play, going to the program director and being like, can I please play hip hop? And then being like, yes. But in my case, I could only do it between midnight and I think 3 a.m. I have a flyer somewhere that I did for it. It was me and my boyfriend at the time, but it was my idea. I was the one that got him into hip hop. So don't let him tell you otherwise. Whoever he is out there.
So he gave me the green light to be able to play whatever I wanted to play. And this was unheard of. So I took advantage of the situation and I did my show and I played hip hop. So all the campus was listening. Everybody around the tri-state area was listening. And he saw the reaction that the radio station was getting with the sponsors and everything coming in. So he really gave me the green light to push to do what I really wanted to do, which was play hip hop. And in the midst of this, one of my good friends by the name of Derek L.A. Jackson, I taught him how to DJ. I would let him come and rock the parties with me. He was a year older than me. So when he graduated, he was like, yo, Jazz, I'm going to look out for you. I don't know how, but I'm going to look out for you, man, because I appreciate what you did. Come to find out, he was Marley Marl's cousin. if you guys don't know Marley Marl, do your research, Marley Marl, and you see what he's done. He's monumental in hip hop. I went back home that summer to Cleveland, Ohio. I got a call from my man, LA. He was like, yo, I'm at the House of Hits with Marley Marl. When you go back to school, form a group and send me a demo. I'll see what I can do. So that's what I did. When I went back to school, I was searching for 2 MCs because I always wanted to be like Run DMC, Houdini, you know, like a 3-man crew. So when I went back to school in Raleigh, North Carolina, I hooked up with my man Do It All through my man Denton Evans. They were both from Newark, New Jersey. And we hit it off. I heard him rhyme. I used to bring him to my parties. He would freestyle and like, yo, man, we dope together. People loved it. So I wanted to find another MC so I could be like Run DMC. Mm-hmm. And another guy, a younger guy by the name of Mr. Funky. I told him, I'll never forget this day. I knocked on his dorm. I was like, yo, I wasn't Lord Jazz yet. I was another name. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, yo, he knew me because I do all the parties. But I'm like, yo, I'm starting a group, man. And I heard you was dope. I want to hear something. Can you spit something for me? And he spit like a 16 bar. I never heard no shit like this before in my life. Yeah. And I was just like, I want you in the group. And that's how we got together, man. We did, I took him to my studio. I had a 4-track cassette and we did like 4 or 5 songs. And one of those songs was Psycho. Mm. And I sent it in the mail. Back then we used to have to send things in the mail. Right. Copyright. Right. So I sent it in the mail. My man called me like 2 weeks later. He was like, yo, Jay, I got the tape. Marley, he's loved the Psycho shit. And I was like, word? He was like, he want to meet y'all. We hooked up a show in Raleigh, and Marley and my man LA flew down from the House of Hits to come see us perform. And when I tell you we tore that shit the fuck down, man. Man, we tore that shit the fuck down. Right. And I have that on video. It's gonna be on my documentary. Oh, you're making a documentary? I'm making a documentary. Okay. And I'm also writing a book. I'm 80% done. It's called Never Faded. So we ripped it, man. And Marley loved the show. He invited us to come to the House of Hits. We were in college at this time, mind you. Right. So I would drive my old ass Toyota Tercel. It had rust all on the side because of the Cleveland salt and snow and all that shit. They used to laugh at me. But that little car got us all the way up to the House of Hits. This journey has been amazing. When we get to the House of Hits, Marley opens the door. He had like some ring shit before the ring shit. And he buzzed us in. You know, he walked through the garage. He had the 850 vinyl records everywhere. So we walk in the living room and guess who's sitting there? Heavy D. What? Heavy D was there. LL was there. What? So we fresh out. We in college. We
Sorry about that. Yeah, just a little side note. I was reading up on them, you know, kind of supplementing my knowledge, because one thing about hip hop is I don't pretend to be like an expert in everything, and there's a lot of gatekeeping. So if like you're like, well, I didn't know this, you're like, what? You didn't know that? What? So, you know, none of that. But so I found out doing my research that Redman was actually Do It All's DJ in like 1990, and they used to perform together at Club Sensations. So I thought that was kind of a cool little tidbit.
We like this, like,
yeah, you made it. Yeah.
Oh shit! Like what? Like I got their pictures on my dorm wall. Like this is crazy. So immediately, man, we just started vibing and listening to music and just, you know, soaking the hip hop energy up. And we just started recording, man. And it just escalated from there. How we got our deal was actually a mistake. Marley was doing a remix for Melissa Morgan. Like Marley was the king he was like the first producer that would mix hip hop with R&B. He did a remix. Back then we used to have DATs. Marley had a meeting with Ruben Rodriguez from Pendulum Electro Records. And he accidentally put our DAT in, and Psycho was on there. And he's like, oh, excuse me, that ain't the right, you know. Yeah. And the guy, Ruben, was like, wait a minute, what is that? I like that. And Marley's like, yeah, this is a new group. Well, we didn't even have a name yet. He was like, this is a new group I'm working with. He's like, yo, I like that. I want to meet these guys. So we set that meeting up. We went and met with Ruben. He signed us. We got a maxi deal. So we did Psycho, Sleep for Dinner, and Check It. So we did a maxi single. And from there, we got a great response. And then we did the album deal, Here Come the Lords. And after that, that's when everything blew up for us. So me, I'm like the historian in the group. I had a camera with me, and like back then we had big ass VHS cameras like that.
Yeah.
They used to laugh at me, but I used to like record everything. So I got footage of Tupac. We used to do a lot of stuff with Tupac at Marley Marl's house when we were recording.
That's gotta be amazing.
A bunch of history, man. A bunch of history. So be on the lookout for that. My book is called Never Faded. It's more about my life and my upbringing and how I got into hip hop. And yeah, I'm just staying busy. Be on the lookout for my daughter. She's also a DJ and producer. Her name is Gloria Colston. You could check her out on Instagram at Miss DJ Glow. That's MISS DJ Glow, GLO. She's doing some wonderful things. And be on the lookout for my son. My son is doing ballet. He goes to Juilliard in New York City. So one day you're going to see him in some major things. Staying grounded, staying busy, keeping my faith. Lords of the Underground, we just put a brand new album out. And we have vinyl, CDs, we have merch. So it's been our first album we dropped in 1993, y'all. Since 1993, we have been on the road continuously. I actually moved to Paris, France in the year 2000, and I lived there for 11 years.
Wow.
My wife is French. My kids were born there. So I still do a lot of touring in Europe. I still do a lot of DJ gigs. I'm actually going out there at the end of the month for 2 months. And I still make my connections. I still, I love traveling and meeting people and getting to different cultures.
Yeah.
Because for me, that's important.
Right.
You have to get out your city. You have to get out your state. You have to get out your country. You have to see the world. This world is huge, y'all.
Right.
There's so much shit to do. Please, if you have a passport and can get out there and see the world, please do that.
And
You'll be amazed.
If you can't, get outside of your city. At least get out, communicate, talk with people, get off your phones like this all day. Yeah.
And for all the new artists that want, I would say, want to break through, be yourself.
Right.
Please just be yourself. If everybody is going left, don't go left.
Right.
If your heart is to the right, go to the right and continue to do what you do. And watch, people will follow you, and then everybody's going to start copying you and doing what you do. But you're going to be the leader of that. So be a leader. Please be a leader.
Right.
And stop playing your vocals when you perform. Please don't do that, because we can just listen to your song in the car, in the house.
Yeah.
When people go out to see you perform, they want to see you perform. So please give the people a show. Show some showmanship. DJLordJazz.com. All right, follow me. Instagram at LordJazz, LOTUG. And my Lords of the Underground page is LOTUG and the number 1. All right, follow us. What's up? It's your man DJ Lord Jazz from the world famous Lords of the Underground. And right now you're checking out Rap Yard Podcast.
Mullet skills, never fade. Do it all, never fade. Funky man, never fade. So check out the styles he create. In this corner we got the brother with the brain in his hair. The real nigga.
Okay. Some of the hardest beats ever come from that group. Hello. So our guest is here, everybody. I know that's what you came for. Please welcome Shunda K. Welcome. How you doing? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
That's what's up. All is well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm fantastic.
Nice.
Yep.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good time listening to your music, preparing for this. It's very uplifting.
That's
you know?
what's up. That's the purpose. Indeed. That's beautiful.
You're gonna save the world.
Hey, what I've learned and just, piggybacking off of the DJ, when he's talking about being yourself, it's all about self-love. And so that's where I'm a living example, and I'm here to tell the people that is the way, the truth, and the light is self-love. getting back
You
to.
have the same you're the same age as me.
Am I?
Yes, 1980. That's a
Oh, I like
beautiful year to
that.
be born. It's a
Yes, it
beautiful year to be
is.
born.
Yes, it is.
If you're into hip hop, for sure.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Indeed.
awesome. So you're originally from Tampa?
Well, I'm from Plant City, but I rep Tampa. You know,
I don't know where Plant City
um,
is, I'm gonna be
it's
honest.
it's a little small country town. Shunda K from the country.
Okay,
But Tampa is the biggest city that's close. So
I
yeah,
got you.
yeah, that's what's up.
Plant City, I wanna look that up.
Call it
Um,
itty bitty Plant City. It's the home of the strawberry shortcake.
I love strawberry shortcake.
Okay,
The
so
the cartoon and the, dessert.
yes, that's what's up.
I was raised on both of those. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's see, the population is trying
You're
to
a researcher. I like that. You're like, let me look into that right now.
No, yeah, I'm curious.
That's
'Cause I was just in Orlando, and
okay.
that's where I got that interview with, Lord Jazz DJ Lord Jazz from Lords of the Underground. Are you familiar with them?
I've like, that's definitely legendary. I've
Okay.
heard of him, but I don't think that I've ever really gotten into it. But he sounds like he's someone I would love to meet and collaborate with for sure.
It's crazy that, when you're walking around Orlando, there's all kinds of, like, hip hop celebrities just out and about, you
Nice.
know?
Yeah, so he was
Randomly.
out and about.
Yes, he was,
Oh,
he
okay.
was nice enough to give me an interview, so
That's beautiful.
okay, I see. You're not too far from Tampa at all, but I don't even see the population.
Yeah, we do it.
Okay, it's about the size where I am now, about 40,000.
Okay, you in the
Yeah.
country?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, I'm in the
Yeah.
Bible Belt, you know.
Okay. Well, it's a beautiful way to be raised,
I
living off
wasn't born
the land.
here. I wasn't
Okay.
raised here, but I've been
Okay.
here 20 years, so I claim it.
Oh, that's right. It's
Yeah.
home for sure.
I'm in Monroe, Louisiana, but, anyway,
Okay. I was
back
in New Orleans.
you were in there? You were what do you mean?
Yeah, I was there. I actually just flew back to Tampa last night, but I'm back and forth between New Orleans and Tampa. I
Okay.
have some business there. We have a woodworking business where we create
Cool.
natural products from wood to invoke and provoke healing.
That's
So
dope.
that's, yeah, definitely getting back in tune with nature. Hey,
Yeah, I love that. Do you have a shop or a store that you wanna shout out? Where you
Not
want
yet.
to? Not
It's
yet?
what I've learned about manifesting. Don't give it away before it's done. So we want to,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying. So we're gonna
Yeah.
make sure, yep, that it's done, and I'm gonna make sure you get a package. I'm sure you would enjoy it for sure.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Thank you. I
welcome.
appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Like, I've typically found, like, if you like, especially, like, with jobs or, like, money and stuff like that, if you tell a bunch of people about it, it screws it up. I don't know why, but
Well, it's something called evil eye, and I'm learning about all of this spiritual warfare, spirituality, because we're, spirits first. We're having a spiritual experience, so
mm,
usually if you say something or put your business out before it's done, and you have jealous people listening or whatever, they're gonna be throwing shade, and
yeah.
so that energy can affect you,
Okay.
depending on how dark the thoughts are towards you. So you got
That's
to be
weird.
careful.
It could
Mm.
be anybody too. Like, the one thing
Yeah.
I've learned at my age is that you people that are very close to you can be like that, can be jealous of you, people that are in your corner.
Don't get me started now.
Yeah, okay.
Don't get me started on that. I'm going through a major betrayal that will be worldwide news. And so,
Whoa.
and it's along the same lines. The people that was closest to me betrayed me in a very big way. And my bloodline, our ancestors, they betrayed like this lifetime type stuff. So it's a reckoning happening. And it's definitely directly connected to the music industry and the people that we're bearing witness, that are having a big fall at this time. So I'm
Wow.
just sitting back watching the ancestors do their thing, and I'm doing my thing on the ground, boots on the ground
Gotcha.
for sure.
So, to be clear, it's the ancestors on your side.
Yes, they are.
Okay,
And so
okay.
that's, that's another part of this existence is tapping in with your bloodline, with those who came before you,
Mhm.
because, there is no such thing as death. Truly, we transform. So when you tap in with the unseen world, you'll start seeing miracles and different things happening. That reality exists, that
Wow.
spiritual reality, that spirit realm.
And I'm kind of surprised that you're saying all this because listening to some of your songs, I thought perhaps you had a phase or dabbled. I don't want to put this the wrong way. I don't want to
You
offend,
say
but
it, see how you
that
feel.
you were Christian, like promoting a Christian type.
Yeah, so the song that you were playing on the promo, that is a song that was written back in 2009. And
Okay.
so I've been on a spiritual journey. I've been on a self-love journey. And with that, it took a lot of having to go into solitude and remember who I am. I learned about past lives and all of this type of stuff. So anywho, I have grown.
Mm,
I've learned the one thing that's always constant is change. And so I've changed, I've grown, I've learned more, I've unlearned a lot of things that wasn't true. And
right.
so that's where I'm at right now. I'm repping the great mother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
The whole God is a woman thing. I'm
I
on
get
that. Yeah.
very cool. I mean, and I didn't mean I can't remember what song. I can't play it on my computer.
Here I
There
am to save the world.
Yeah, I just think it's sort of like a uplifting,
Yeah,
it's a bop. Uh,
indeed.
yeah,
Indeed.
I
And so
didn't
all of my music is like that. I'm not
yeah,
gonna say all of it, but that's the core of who Shunda K is. I'm
I
gonna
get
inspire, I'm gonna motivate, I'm gonna give insight, instruction. I've been through a lot, so I
you.
know how to get through a lot, and I like to share that wisdom with people.
There it is.
Hmm.
So, Your Majesty is a group, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So how explain, how you kind of formed up with them and became a part of that?
Well, I met Sean and Jewel in, I would say, around 2001. And so I met Sean first, and I was Your Majesty as a solo artist. That
Oh,
had
okay.
been my name. And so when I met Sean, her and I, like, it's just, we have a connection when it comes to, lyricism, rapping. And so, it was a name fitting for a group. And so Sean and I, we did our thing for about a year, and we decided we wanted a vocalist, someone that can sing, to fuse the hip hop and R&B together. So we were introduced to Jewel like around 2002. And from that point on, we pretty much created music until we were able to sign a record deal in 2007 with Domino Records out of London.
Wow.
And once we signed that deal, all hell broke loose.
So
Yes, it did.
what do you mean by that? Like, it was like, it just opened the gateway for y'all to get out there and perform, or you like, bunch of fans? Like, what happened?
Well, it's like we have been working towards that all these years. We would
Right.
practice and visualize, or we truly manifested that reality for ourselves. And it's like once we got it, we didn't really appreciate it. And then,
Ah,
just now with the knowledge that I have about the music industry, I can see how it was kind of a divine thing for it to separate for our
I
protection.
see.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Um, who did a lot of did you all work together collaboratively to create the songs, or was it each person had a role, or
Well, I mean, it's like, you put on a beat, and
Mhm.
whoever came up with the hook, and the rest of us would write our verses.
Okay.
But we worked with a London-based producer that was actually living in Tampa, so he truly helped to shape the Your Majesty sound and what we coined sonic hip hop, where it wasn't the
Okay.
typical hip hop R&B type of beats. We were flowing over electronic, dubstep,
Yeah.
every techno, other genres. So, and I mean, the type of beats that we got on just anybody can't spit on it and make a hit. So we
Right.
truly, paved the way. I believe we paved the way for females and gay artists, because after
Yeah.
Your Majesty, it seems like the industry just opened up to gay artists.
I gotcha. I do. I was thinking like Azalea Banks. And I hate to invoke her name in anything really sometimes because, she's kind of a troublemaker, but and there's been others. There's been lots of others. I just can't think of any right now. But I see what you're saying because this was in 2008. This song right here, which was I guess the group's biggest kind of
Is that
breakthrough
club?
hit. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That song
Well,
got
like
like 100 remixes.
100 remixes. Oh, that's dope
Oh,
though. See, it's 100.
everybody jumped.
Right.
And we actually just released. It's actually a couple remixes that have been released this year. So, like
Really?
the
Are y'all
tone is
still a group together? Like,
well. Sean and I are putting the group back together.
okay.
We've made
Okay.
amends, and we feel like we have unfinished business. So her and I have been working on some new Your Majesty material, and it's just like the original Your Majesty, which was her and I, and we
Gotcha.
wanna move forward with it. So we're excited, definitely.
Yeah, that is cool that y'all could, repair that. For people that don't know what we're talking about, I'm going to play a little bit of this first.
Down on the floor. Club back. I said get down on the floor. Funk that beat. Funk that beat. Funk that beat. Say funk that beat. Funk that beat. Funk that beat. Funk that beat. Say funk that beat. Who's who amongst the one most wanted? Majesty, cause so many of them friends instead of running from the truth. Man, just for you, I'ma be becoming juicy. I got you crazy, I got you cooking, everybody drunk. It's your birthday month, you wanna run, it ain't no fun. So bounce when you hear the song, you waited so long for me. I feel how you feel, this is real. What you know about them X's? I'm rolling on and on and
I'm feeling dizzy. In the club, I'm feeling oozy. After hours, baby, making when I'm sipping on some Sprite and vodka. Shake that, please, we are watching. I suggest you don't be stepping on my shoes.
Okay, I got to pause it for copyright stuff. Yo, okay, I want to rewind on something I said earlier. It's not that I don't mess with Azalea Banks. I love Azalea Banks. I'm just scared of her. The end. Okay.
Wow.
Why? Because she seems like she's a very powerful, and I say powerful in a very metaphysical way. You know what I mean?
Well, so are you.
Oh, well,
You know what I'm
thank
saying?
you.
Yeah, so are you. We all, and so that's the thing, stepping into your power. Like you having
Right.
this podcast, this is a part of your purpose. Like you're passionate about it. You're stepping in your power and you're sharing that, giving artists a platform to kind of tell their story, and it's so beautiful. So don't think that
Thank
you
you.
below nobody, baby. You
Oh
on your
no, it's
own
not that I
throne.
think I'm below her. It's not that. It's just like I don't think
Mhm.
I'm in a place. I would love to have her on. I wouldn't say no. But I also have you ever
Yeah.
like admired somebody and then you also are like they would hate me at the same time?
No,
No?
no.
Okay. That's just me. That's my neuroses talking. Okay. But anyway.
It's okay. Stress free.
Well, so another artist that comes to mind that I would like to put you onto if that's okay is
Yeah.
Thought Squad. And she's a friend of the
Okay.
show. She's kind of becoming like a lot of her videos go viral and
Okay.
very cool, but she's kind of in the lane. I think that let's see, Abandon Him. I haven't even seen that. All right. This is the latest thing I would say that has gone viral for her. I love her.
You fell out a little bit, huh?
JK, I take my meds. You got the hate and the jealousy. This ain't no close, don't copy me. Hating on me, but you can't even read. I'm popping my pussy when I hit the category. It take a hoe to birth a hoe, your mama hoe and you a bitch. These hoes can't address me. Bank account, that's my bestie. Cartier is caressing.
And that lady right there, her husband, I think they're married now, makes her beats, and that's his grandmother.
What?
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
I like it. Is she in
yeah.
Louisiana?
No, ma'am. I think she's from Detroit. Or no, no,
Okay,
no.
she
Flint.
plugged
She's
out
from
too.
Flint. Excuse me. Yeah,
You say she's where? In
from
Flint?
Flint, Michigan. Yes, but
Oh
she's
man.
touring all over. She toured with gosh, Cupcake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
know Cupcake.
you know
That's
her
what's up.
personally?
I don't know her personally, but Your
Okay. Okay.
Majesty performed with her at a show in Austin a
So
few
was she
years ago.
cool?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we didn't really speak, we was
Oh, okay.
everybody was just handling business, but she's a
Right.
good performer. Yeah. I mean, she had the crowd going crazy.
I'm sure
So,
y'all did too.
oh,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know how we do it.
I would love to see a Your Majesty show or a Shunda K show for that
For
matter.
sure. Well, it's coming soon, and I'm gonna
Okay.
make sure I invite you personally.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Um, definitely. Well, so and back to let's go to on to your personal music, like your solo stuff. What's the latest thing you put out that you would say,
Well, I got a 50 track mixtape that me
50?
and the ancestors did.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
so it's available for free on my Bandcamp, which is shundak.com,
Okay.
SANDAK.com. When you go there, it's going to ask you for a price. If you just put in zero, you can donate if you want. But if you put in zero, it'll allow you to download it for free. So I did that project under my DJ Slow Jam. You
I
know,
see that.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
getting
That's
into the
another-
DJing thing. I said, I might not be able to spit for the, spit these bars for the rest of my life, but I can be 101 behind the turntables, behind
Okay.
it, so that's what I'm working on now.
Awesome. So how long have you been DJing?
I'm just getting started, but I think
Okay.
I did. Well, as far as, I got my, um, I got my controller. So, but
Yeah.
with this and what I learned by doing this project is that when big name DJs do remixes and stuff,
Mhm.
they're not necessarily doing it on turntables. Like I used a recording software to create these
Right.
remixes. That way I was able to chop stuff up and, move it around, so on and so forth. So I'm like, when I do something, I master it. So
I got
I'm like, embracing all aspects of, I guess, DJing or remixing. And that's something else that I want to get into as well. Like doing it professionally, remixing
you.
people's music. I think I did an amazing job with this project.
Yeah, it's 50 is a lot.
It's a lot. It is. But man, it never gets old. But I think a song that you may well, one of my favorites, I think, is track 23. But I'll let you pick
Well,
whichever
there's a
way.
lot to choose from for in the interest of time. I think I'll
Right.
yeah,
So
pick
you
that
just
one.
gotta
Yeah.
know like what you want to hear, and then we
Yeah,
can,
I didn't even know this was out
We
there.
will rock. We will rock you. My name's Shunda K. We will rock. We will rock you. We
It's almost like
will rock. We will rock you.
the shot
We
it.
will rock. We will rock you. We will rock. We will rock you. My name's Shunda K. We will rock. We will rock you. We will rock. My name's we will rock you. We will rock. We will rock you. My name's Shunda K. We will rock you. We will rock you. We will rock you. My name's Shunda K. We will rock you.
Bringing it, Shunda K. It is my time. Do what I say.
I could definitely see this playing in a club in New Orleans
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah.
And it says New Orleans right here. Are you DJing there? Or are you trying to get gigs or?
Well, right now I was building because it's like a formula when it
Mm.
comes to success in the music industry. And
And you
so
don't have
one
to
of
give it
the
away. Yeah, if you don't want to, but
no, I'm gonna give you the I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna
okay.
give it to you now.
Okay. Thank you.
So you're welcome. So one of the most important tools that an artist needs is a publicist.
Mm.
And so that's who put me on with you was Dominique
Shout
Holland.
out
So
to Dom, yes.
shout out to Dom, baby. And so y'all need to holler at Dom because he's gonna get you the publicity and exposure that you need, which will
He
get
knows
more
his stuff.
ears listeners.
Mhm.
Right. And you need to be in a public domain like such, like this podcast, baby. Y'all holler at Dom so you can get on the podcast. You feel me? Straight up. So that's one of the most important, aside from a booking agent, you got
Okay.
to have the publicity intact.
That's a good point because a lot of people think you need an agent and a lawyer or, a marketing company, but
No.
I think publicist gets overlooked a lot.
Yeah, you got to build a buzz. That's
Mm,
what your Majesty did, and how it happened for us is people like was just crazy to book us because we were wild out. Like my band member would take a shirt off, so you got the cha cha. So we was getting exposure because people want to book us. Like I got to see this show.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but the publicity, so that's what, but we built a buzz and ultimately
Mhm.
that attracted 3 deals, 3 record deals
Okay.
we were able to choose from. So,
That's dope. I think, yeah, when you hear about an artist when they're doing something different, I think,
yeah.
but especially when you can attract a bunch of people to your shows, that's huge.
Mhm. Yes, it is.
Because nowadays a lot of people are just in their closets on their phone, or whatever, and then they get out there
Yeah,
and you don't know what to do.
right. Right. So you gotta be willing to show your face. You can't be acting all shy. You gotta, you know, stand in your power,
Mm,
believe in yourself, right? This self-love thing, man. Like you can't have stuff. Either you want it or you don't. And
right,
you're gonna have to put that work in and don't be afraid to do it. So
right.
it's a lot, man. Being successful in anything, it's a lot of work. It's not
Mm,
like just because you made it in the industry, artists are like workhorses in the
right,
industry. And so I know that. So I'm doing it my way because I'm not going to be a slave to nobody. I know the
right.
formula. I know how I want things to go. I know what I want out of it, what I'm going to give to it. Like I got it all planned out.
That's awesome. It's good to have
Yes,
a plan.
indeed.
Yeah, because if you don't have a plan, someone else will make a plan for you.
Oh, they will. And so
Yeah,
that's what you see happening. And a lot of these artists, they're not happy. And I'm not going to do anything that doesn't bring me joy and happiness and peace. Like, I love what I do.
right.
For sure.
That's dope. Um,
Yes.
so when you say, let me bring this back up, the ancestors mashup on here, is this sort of like a divine intervention kind of thing that you had in creating
It
this?
was. It was. You tapped in, tuned in. And so when I was, manipulating the sounds and putting things and organizing and stuff,
Mhm.
I would do something accidentally, or so I thought, or my
Right.
hand would slip or something. And when I go and hear it back, it's like, oh, y'all killing it. Y'all killing it. And so an example of that is what is that song? Uh let me pull it up real quick. I got it right here. And
And
give
for
y'all
people that
this.
are like unfamiliar with or uninitiated, I guess, if you feel like you don't have ancestors to pull from for whatever reason, you can still get inspiration or whatever from friends and people like that have passed on.
Indeed, it's real. It's real. And so it's track 13.
Okay,
That's the number of the feminine energy right there. That
13.
number 13. So that's an example of it, like the way that I mixed it, the way that because you'll hear it. It's like, shouts out to the ancestors, baby. Gotta get. They were like, we want to shine too with you, baby. I'm like, well, we gonna shine.
Who put it down, make you drop that ass to the ground and use a boy. You go, girls, now tell me again, who put it down with a fresh new sound? My man Rick on the track, taking us back in the dance. 2008, domestic, futuristically speaking, never be afraid. Then I want Shunda K finds full with a gun in my trunk. DJ made a motherfucking bass bump. Shout out to all my strippers, sweat y'all at. You know, shout out to all my strippers, sweat y'all at. Shout out to all my strippers, sweat y'all at. You know, sweat y'all at, sweat y'all at. You get that money, baby, and get paid. You know, fuck what a pussy nigga gotta say. You pay your own bills, but in your face, so get it how you feel. Cause it's a new day. Get that money, baby, and get paid. You know, what a pussy nigga gotta say. You pay your own bills, but in your face, so get it how you feel. Cause it's a new day. Shout out to all my strippers, sweat y'all at. You know, shout out to all my
Oh, I guess it'll only play a snippet of it unless I buy it. Is that what that
Oh,
is?
that's the one that you put in when you go there. When you
Okay.
go to shundak.com,
Yeah.
you're gonna put in 0. You can, I think it. Let me see what it says. But you put in
I
0.
have
You can
that.
download it for free. Yeah,
Okay.
you click on buy digital album, but you put $0 in there, and it's gonna
Okay.
allow you to download it, baby.
Yeah. Shout out to Bandcamp too for
Yes,
allowing
yes,
artists to release stuff like this,
yes,
like privately, or I guess not privately,
yes.
independently. Very
Hmm.
cool.
And get
Yeah.
money and make money directly. You can
Yes.
sell your stuff. I got music on there for sale too, and you get that money directly. So definitely
Okay.
tap in with Bandcamp, and they're doing vinyl now, which
Oh
is
yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, that's
yeah,
dope.
that is.
So your beats you don't do yourself, but you remix them.
Yes. So
Or
I'm working with a producer out of he's in Brazil now, DJ
okay,
Geo Mulch. I met him in Peru.
cool.
And so we speak with Google Translate because I don't know a lick of Spanish yet. I'm still trying to learn, but I've known him for about 5 years now. But
Wow.
it's been an amazing relationship, and he is an amazing producer, and he can just make anything, any type of genre. So
Wow.
a lot of his beats are on here. I work with different producers all over the world too, so you'll hear different sounds, and I think you'll really appreciate it because it's different. Even though it's 50 tracks, you can put that on and vibe
That's
out all
good.
day.
Yeah, I mean, if there's something for everybody, it has to be.
It is
Yeah,
that.
very cool. And I know a lot of people personally that are using producers or people that make beats from all over the world. Like
Hmm.
and in New Orleans too. Like a lot of the people we talked to are artists that were in our showcase. Were like working with beat makers in Italy and
That's what's up.
Russia and like Sudan. It was crazy, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Like the DJ was saying, from Lords of the Underground,
Mm.
get out of your comfort zone.
Oh,
You
definitely.
got to move around. And you had said, even if you get out your city, but yeah, I mean, get your passport. Don't be afraid to travel. Don't be afraid to pursue your dreams.
Right,
Believe in yourself. You got there. You can do it. It's all on you. If you believe, you can make it happen. That's all.
right.
It starts with you. So,
I think
yeah.
it's so important that like younger people hear that kind of stuff too, because
Mhm.
when he was talking about passports, the first thing that came to my mind is like, okay, well, what about all the people that can't afford it? You know what I mean?
Right.
And and then there's like, well, they should get a job. Well, eh, it's not always
Well,
that easy.
they should prioritize. Like a passport is $250. People have money and they spend it on things a lot of the times that don't serve them,
Mm,
just foolishness. But investing in yourself and thinking about your future, a lot of people they're not thinking about the future. And I'm all for living in the moment,
mm.
but you have to have a plan for your life. Like ain't
But there,
nobody coming to save you. So
yeah,
you
but
got
there are
to.
a lot of people that don't have $250. You know what I mean? Like
It is. It is. So maybe what I know you are a entrepreneur, and I believe
I
you
don't make
believe
any
in paying it
profit.
forward. We need to start. We
Yeah,
can do. We can do a. What's the where you can take donations? What is that site called?
Cash App.
No, the one. Hey, that's direct to. I know that's right. No, the one where you go
Oh, down
fund.
here. Yeah,
You
look,
know,
look, look below.
and yeah,
I,
go.
yeah, I've been saying that. Nobody gives me nothing. It's
Don't
cool.
nobody give you nothing.
No,
Oh man, so
it's
you
all
you
good.
out you on your own? You don't
I'm
got no
on
support?
I have yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Okay. Well, you
But
you got this and Shonda K here, so we can talk off the air and let's
okay.
see if we can help each other. We
Yeah,
on the same
definitely.
path.
Because
It's the same.
I'm interested in the business thing with the woodworking in New Orleans. That's
Yeah.
definitely up my lane.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah,
Yes.
coming up with
Yeah.
ideas like ways to monetize stuff, especially when you're an artist and just
Mhm.
coming up is like super difficult. Because I think a lot of people think, oh, I'll get this deal, then I'll have money, and that's that they do get money, but they have to pay it back.
Oh yeah, it's debt.
They
It's
don't know-
straight. You
Yeah,
go straight into debt when you sign with anybody. But
right.
yes, merchandising is big. So if you are independently own your merchandise, that's very important for artists to have merchandise and invest in merchandise
So when you
because
say work independently, I'm sorry. Are you talking about like if you have like a print to order type thing like Teespring, or are you talking about like having your own person print and
I
Make
mean,
them.
you can do that too if you can afford it. That's something that I'm looking into because I want to do a print on demand for artists to be able to come and grab whatever kind of merch they want.
Okay.
So yes, and so that's very important because when you're not making a lot of money in a show, you'll have your merchandise. So long as you do what you're supposed to do on that stage, people are gonna buy that merchandise. And a
Right.
lot of times at live shows, you're gonna spend 25 to $50 on a t-shirt, depending on how intricate it is. So you can
Right.
really, not that you're trying to beat people across the head, but hey, it's memorabilia, they gonna pay, for
Yeah.
the most part, if they want to support. And so that's a way for the fans to support artists, and that's a way for artists to make money. If you're independent and you're not making money during shows, get your merchandise game up for
Yeah.
sure.
I think branding too is a big deal. Like having your brand be something different and also having
Mhm.
good designs, things that are like eye catching or things that make people say, "Huh?" Like
Mhm.
what? You know, something
Definitely.
different. Yeah, for sure.
Right. And so that's something that Dom can help y'all with. Dom can help them with the whole branding thing and, helping them kind of create it because it seems like he's some sort of a coach. I know he said he wasn't really into management, but just being able to pull out of people, their ability or their creativity, which y'all holler at Dom, man. Tell
Yeah,
him.
he said before he doesn't need to be shouted out, but I'll go, go ahead and say his Instagram if anyone watches this later.
Thank
It's Instagram is heydom803 because he's been super helpful to us. So shout
you.
out to Dom again.
Yes.
But anyway, so like as far as you as a solo, are you just gonna try to stick to like DJing solo and then do the group thing with?
Well, I want to do it. I want to do it all. So I'm planning to do solo shows. I'm planning to do group shows. I'm planning to blend my solo shows with my DJing. The same with the group and my DJing. Like I just want to do everything that I feel like I've been being held up.
Mm,
This spiritual warfare. So now it's like I'm being unleashed to make all of my dreams come true. And why can't I do it all? I
all right,
can because I'm the type of person I'm gonna put in the work to manifest the desired outcome. Like I go hard by myself, and
yeah,
so I'm planning to do it all, and just be an inspiration for people to show them that it can be done. It can be done. So.
yeah, that's very cool. I think
Mhm.
a lot of people, well, like myself included, you reach the point where you're like, I can't do it all anymore. You know what I mean? Like I need some help, or I need some like a to what do you call that? Disperse. There's a word for it.
Yes, allocate.
Allocate.
Team,
Yeah.
yes, teamwork make the dream work. So I'm all for, putting strong teams together of like-minded people and individuals where we can have an impact because I believe we are the builders of the new earth. Ain't nobody coming to do it for us. So I'm down with you. Like your energy is pure. And so,
Mm,
that's how I move. And
right.
so however I can assist you,
Well,
um,
thank you.
just know that you got a shoulder to lean on. You good people.
Oh, well, thank you. That's so sweet. What is
Yeah.
your birthday? I'm just curious.
August 3rd.
Okay, you're a Leo.
How about
Okay,
you?
me and I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay, Sag, big Sag energy.
Yeah,
Hey,
all my bestest friends are Leos or Scorpios.
that's what's up.
I don't know.
So Soul Tribe, hey, that's what I'm manifesting. I said
Yeah.
I only want people, in my energy and that I'm gonna be interacting with to be on my level. And
Right.
so, how you're talking about the woodworking business, like we talked about that a while ago and you brought it up. So that lets me know that, hey, because we need help with that. It's going
Mm,
to be a very important business for the world
mm,
because we want to show people how important it is to getting back in tune with nature. And so by having a piece of nature as a keychain or a phone holder or a necklace, we even got candle holders. So we got some 420 trays too, baby. We had to show up. So, having that and then when you talk about branding, and that's
Mhm.
been a hold up for us too, is like we can't put these products out here without our logo.
Yeah.
So we had to wait for a brand to be created and made, and we ran into some delays. But when you do anything, make
Mm.
sure you do no shortcuts, or you will be shorted.
Right.
So we being patient, but so I'm excited. I'm excited, and I know my partner will be very excited too to hear that you're interested. So
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Is it
mm.
so it will be a storefront at some point, or
So
will
at
it just
some
be
point it will.
in
At
New
some
Orleans?
point it will. Yes,
That's it, yeah, okay, great. Yeah, that's perfect.
definitely.
Um, so, okay, I was looking at this article in the Columbia Chronicle. Let's see how old this is. Oh, it's been deleted. Wait, there it is. Maybe. Let me share this. This is old too, and so a lot of these articles are things that are online about you or, um, Your Majesty. Where am I going? Are like pre 2015.
Hmm.
Um, they were saying the last thing one would expect from such a ruthless genre is homosexuality.
Right. Hey,
It's just a
we
weird sentence. I don't know.
right. So but they couldn't help but love us. There's
Right.
a stigma over the industry of male chauvinism and this male dominance, but you know, it's all about skill. It's not really about a gender.
Yeah.
Because I know the way I'm coming personally, a lot of these MCs, whether male or female, can't see me on the mic,
Right.
and
Right.
so I feel like we helped the industry in its
Mm.
entirety have a different perspective, because after Your Majesty, there was all gay, everybody accepted now.
Yeah, and it's
Mhm.
funny too that you say that because in this article they're talking about Tyler the Creator, how he's misogynistic and uses gay slurs, but he's partnered up with Frank Ocean,
Right.
and if they knew then what we know now about Tyler the Creator, it's
Well, those type of people, because it's like a self-hate, like, to
right.
live undercover. Can you imagine living a lie,
Well,
knowing
that's
that you
what he
want?
said. Yeah,
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 and so when you hate yourself, you're gonna spew that. That's why self-love is so important. If you
right,
want a better life, and each individual got to choose that. So I'm glad he's choosing to walk in his truth, and
right.
now we seeing the real him.
Yeah, and there's a lot more. I think it's a lot more. Um, it isn't fully, I quote unquote, accepted yet
Yeah.
in hip hop, but it's a lot more accepting than it was even
Mhm.
whenever this was written, 2013. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
And as always, it's a like, well, it's cool if the chick's gay, but
They
it,
can't handle the man being gay.
yeah, it's a male run industry, and there's a lot of, like you said,
Hypocrite.
self hate, yeah, hypocrisy, yep.
Because they be gay as hell. you know, yeah, I
And
mean,
I hate that, because
it's sad.
New Orleans, I mean, is a very somebody put it to me this way, it's the city where you can be yourself.
That's right.
And that's one of the things I think I love about it, but at the same
Mhm.
time, it's like there's a big undertone or overtone, either one of homophobia.
Mhm.
Although there is a big, gay community and there it's a lot more expressive or outwardly expressive than a lot of other cities' gay
Mhm.
communities. So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I feel like the people, all the undertone they gay too. And that be the thing. Like, you listen, I say everybody gay. I
Yeah.
say this for real.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
I've never
So
met someone that's secure in who they are or their sexuality or whatever that is like, "Mm, that's I don't like that." Like,
yeah.
all those people that are secure don't care. They don't care, like, really, you know?
Right.
So,
It's true. It's true.
well, and a lot of it we could get deep into that, but I'm not gonna that's not my place.
You don't
Um,
want to go there.
This is just not my place,
I
especially
feel
on the internet. But okay. So, what's next for you as far as like releases? Do you have something coming out soon, or
yes,
okay,
yes. So we got a new my new album is gonna be called King. So what
did you
I
hint at
learned,
that in one of your songs? I'm sorry for cutting you off.
hmm?
I think you hinted at that in one of your songs, or if I'm
Yeah,
tr-
I've been referring to myself as a king.
for a while.
So yes,
Okay, okay,
because females are the original kings. We are the original emperors. We are the original knights, the original samurai. We are the original. Life comes through the womb and not a rib. And so when I did my research and I looked into the etymology of the word king and how females, even back into the Asiatic dynasties, they were calling themselves kings and emperors. And
mm,
so my lineage stems to, or it stems from Asiatic and Peruvian.
oh,
So I just embrace the truth. I'm a researcher. How you jumped on there and you looked into
uh-huh.
itty bitty, I'm
Yeah,
the same way. Like, and so there was a journey that I was on for many years where I researched and I taught. And so I learned a lot and I unlearned a lot. And I just walk in the truth that I found. And so that's basically what I'm doing. So what's next is this new album
hmm,
where, it's the same tone. It's just a bit more conscious because I guess I'm introducing something that has never been heard before.
mm,
Well, not necessarily heard before, but it's gonna be commercialized now. Like this truth that has been hidden for so long, like I'm putting it
yeah,
in song. And so that's what I'm doing on the Shunda K front. DJ Slow Jam will assist both Your Majesty and Shunda K in
okay,
live performances. And so we're looking to hopefully be on the road by the fall. Our reach is global. So, I mean, we've traveled all over the world.
yeah,
In our winter time here in the States, it's summertime over in Australia.
that's
So,
right.
hey, we can be in Australia November, December, hit up Europe before then. I don't know, but I don't know how it's going to happen, but I do know that these are the places that I want to go. These are where our fans are. And so I'm putting in the work to manifest that reality.
That's very cool.
Hmm.
Have you ever been to Australia?
Oh yeah. And
Okay,
we under for sure. I mean, we've played the biggest festivals in Australia.
nice, nice. I
Yes.
apologize, I didn't know.
Oh,
Um, Now I just looked at what you were saying that the origins of the word king,
hmm.
uh, equivalent to da da da, and queen. Uh, this is a lot of gibberish.
Yeah. And so, and that's another thing. I looked into the etymology of the word queen. And so before Google changed it, and even etymology.com, because they've been changing,
Yeah,
it said that a
to
queen is
give
a
birth.
person.
Yeah, it's the saying that the original, the origin word is I can't pronounce that. I don't know those letters, but it means to give birth.
Oh, so it's been changed. But the screenshots that I have when I
Yeah,
first started teaching, it says something totally different. So I have like proof before they changed it. And this is the type of S I deal with because the truth that I'm bringing is the truth. And so if it wasn't the truth, why are these big corporations changing this stuff on their websites? It's so crazy. But
well,
it's been happening.
what does your definition say? Because mine saying king means to give birth originally.
Oh, well, that's what's up. I
Yeah.
thought you were saying that's what queen mean.
No,
That's
no.
hey,
Yeah.
that's powerful. I don't know where you found that, but you gotta
Reddit.
what you Googled it? How
Yeah, I
you
just Googled it, but Reddit came up. And,
oh see
Reddit,
and you know
Reddit's
what they
not
did to that
always right.
boy, man. It's a lot of
Yeah.
truth on Reddit. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
Google, I don't trust fully anymore. I
you
don't
can't
trust anything anymore. But,
you can't. Wow, I'm gonna have to find that on Reddit. That's hot. I love that. I got to find that.
I'll
So
send
I
you the link. It's
that's
the
that's
first comment.
oh,
Yeah. but sometimes you can find some gold on Reddit. Sometimes it's just, nonsense.
Yes.
But we'll see. Um,
Thank
so
you.
everyone can look out for that. For your
Yes.
for
Yes. And so,
your
for now, to hold y'all over, y'all make sure y'all go to shundak.com and download the free mixtape. It's 50 mixes. You just type in, when you go to buy album, you type in 0 and it'll let you download it for free.
or you could type in 20 or 100, whatever you
Okay,
feel.
type
Yeah,
it in. Okay, we ain't finna turn it down
yeah.
at
Always
all.
support your favorite artists as
That's
best
real.
you can, if it's
Indeed.
what you got going on. All right. Well,
Hmm.
I'm excited to further this conversation, and yeah. So, could you do
Yes,
one
and I
favor
need
for me before we
yes, I
go?
can.
Could you give me a little drop, like this is Shunda K. You're listening to the Rap Yard podcast.
I sure can.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready, and we stay ready, man. Shots out the Rap Yard podcast. Thank you so much for who you are and who you will continue to be to the rap community. Hey, Rap Yard podcast.
Bars, bars. Thank you.